Well, I got to say, I was really happy with the timing on this trade here, or not trade, but action, because we really felt that we were going to start to see prices come and make a change right here. We talked about this range, that it was going to be aggressive. You could see it happen. We also called for a movement into the 105 and 3/8 level into this 161, and we saw that happen too. Really, I was very pleased with it. When we look at this, even on a shorter time frame, you could see how we really came and caught that the major move right there, and it really hit it perfectly. 104.91, so correct within 9 cents, forecasted some time ago, and happy with that. You could see also the gap down here. Pay attention with that. That's important. A lot of times you'll see that exhaustion gap, but there was a lot of energy here. So you wanted to, you don't want to be the first here to be too anxious, but as long as it could hold that 105 level, I think you could play maybe a bounce back into the, as I said, into the 107, maybe 108. But you got to be really careful in here, because this was some pretty good energy there. And as I said, I don't think we're done with this move just yet. On the short term, in other words, we may be a little overextended. You could get a slight bounce. You could see this trying to, as it tries to bounce, it's trying to kind of come back, but it's still retesting there. So it's trying to create maybe a double bottom. But I still would be very careful in here, because you could go much deeper, even into this 103, if you start to break that 105. But my first point, as I said, 105 should try to hold here, and we'll see if it can. Let's move on to the daily. And you could see that this is just really running its course. But in the other video, I showed you market analyst charts that we were really coming into that range, and kind of completing a longer Elliott wave count. And this was a smaller count, really. Like, this was like kind of a longer 4, and then we were seeing this kind of 5 come in, and then on the longer count, this was a 4, and then I think we're going to start to see the completion of that, and then a big bull move, as I said. But that's neat. We need to make sure that we give that a little bit of time. I think we're not quite there yet, but I said, as we get closer to this, to the level of where you see a 50% retracement around the 1050 level. That is where you could really see, I think, things really start to gain some serious strength. But I would still watch for this to try to kind of go a little lower. But as it gets into this 103, as I said, if it breaks this 105 and it starts to go into here near this 103, I think we start to see this complete rather soon. And then right around this 101, 102 level, I think we're really going to start to see this get strong, or at least should try to hold. I believe we hold around there, and start to rally back. And I think we start to move into that August time frame, like I talked about. So this is kind of very close to where we're going to see this almost complete. We're seeing a gap down, which could be the exhaustion gap coming in on the longer target. Just keep in mind that we're seeing that first move, and now we're going to probably see a little bit of attempt of a counter move, and then maybe that final move. So watch for that.